Hey, welcome to episode 91 of Not Enough Thumbs. Today's movie is Jumanji from 1995, sponsored by Hitbox Fitness.
Do you remember if you saw this movie in the theater?
I did not see this movie in the theater. I did not see it until it came out on VHS.
VHS, there you go.
I
might have seen this movie in the theater with a couple of my best friends. I think it's a really cool movie. I had never seen another movie like it at that time. Mm-hmm. You got this board game aspect to it, and Robin Williams, obviously a very animated actor and pretty well-rounded and does well in all of his roles.
Yeah, and it was a pretty neat movie in that it was a board game that came to life.
And the graphics were pretty good.
For the 90s, it was pretty good. So Robin Williams, Kristen Dunst, Bonnie Hunt, Jonathan Hyde, Bradley Pierce.
And the girl that played
Phoebe Newworth,
Fraser Crane's ex-wife.
David Greer, Ms. Bentley. Lots of big names in this one.
I think it's got a great story, and they have got to face conflict after conflict with the various trials that the board game would produce that would come to life.
Yeah, and so anybody that was playing the board game were seeing the things from the board game would come to life. So whatever they would land on would start happening.
And they had to finish the game in order to stop the madness.
If they didn't finish the game, the world would be destroyed. But if they finished the game, it was as if it never happened.
Yeah. And so this kind of really...
How terrifying would that be?
Yeah, that you have to finish it.
You have to play it out, but you have no idea what you're going to be coming up against.
And did they realize that they had to finish it right away? Or did they realize that later?
I don't think so. They realized that later when... So Robin Williams' character actually got stuck in the game because they didn't finish... It wasn't finished, is what I remember of it.
Yeah.
So the kids found the game and finished the game.
They heard the drums.
And so Robin Williams was sent back.
It's because they rolled a 5 or an 8, whatever it was, that actually released him.
Yes. So he was actually sent back, and then he goes and finds the girl, Sarah, his girlfriend from way before.
Who was, terrified now.
Played the game with him originally. Well, she forced him to play the game again with kids.
She was very, very reluctant to play it.
Yeah, but he knew that they had to finish. They had to go through, and the original people had to finish the game for them to not experience any more of.
So it was a really great adventure story.
Yeah.
A lot of unique, they're not plagues, what would you call them? Obstacles?
Yeah, things like plants that came to life and animals that came and tried to kill them. And there's so many different things. I mean, things that not in a typical board game, things that wouldn't normally be on the playing field of a normal board game. So.
And the main character as a child, you get to see him grow up because he had to face the bullies because his dad told him you're going to have to face these things sooner or later. And then so he was confronted with having to finish this game finally.
And I think that was the whole idea really of the movie is face your fears. If you face your fears head on and you work through them, then they're not so terrifying.
Yeah.
And they kind of subside and go away. So I think that was the whole hidden point in this whole movie.
Yeah. This kind of had a tiny aspect of the movie Rain of Fire because Rain of Fire, you had some people digging and they dug too far and they uncovered this dragon that had been hidden underground. Much like this game had been trying to, buried and tried to be kept away from folks. And then you got these people developing in this town. And oopsie daisy, here's it plays its drum sound and it draws people in. Mm-hmm. So I would rate this movie 8.
Yeah, I would say 8 to an 8.5 out of 10 is my rating. Very good movie, definitely worth the watch.
And rewatch quality.
Yes, this one is definitely way better than the remakes.
Yeah,
the remakes were kind of dumb and kind of cheesy. They were entertaining in their own right, but not as good as this original. The original was definitely...
Yeah, I don't care to rewatch the other ones. I
one
would
time
like
was
to,
enough.
Yeah.
The Rock was in the remakes. He's okay. He's good
Jack
in
Black.
some of the things he plays in, but I don't think he really did a great job in this one.
I think just because, we were already given something good and like Hollywood does many times try to recreate it, do something a little bit different, but they should have just left it alone.
Yeah, this one they should have. They should have come up with something different. What is it? Zathura is kind of based on the same type of thing. It's a game that comes to life, but it's outer space.
Yeah.
That one was pretty decent.
I haven't seen that one yet. yet.
Oh, it was pretty good. Well, you'll have to watch that one. Different, but kind of the same in that it was a board game that comes to life, but it's outer space instead of on land. So anyway, there you have it. That was Jumanji from 1995. Let us know what you thought of the movie. If you haven't seen it, get on it. Go give it a watch and then let us know what you think.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See you next time.